Bernie Mac quotes, "You're never going to see me playing a buffoon." Bernie Mac was one of the greatest comedians of his time. Sadly, passed away at the age of 50, and it seems just like yesterday. But a cat who changed very impactful on TV, stand up, and he embodied a lot of different styles, and they all worked. He was a man's man. He was funny to funny and a lively character, and had a personality and a boot and a wit to boot. Um, you know, you heard him. He was sampled. I still remember when Prince did it on the song "Pope" from his hits B-sides collection, and he sampled Bernie Mac, and that says a lot at the time. But that's how Bernie hit you. Bernie had a tone and an aura about him, and clean too. Of course, the story goes, Steve Harvey was envious of his skill set. So he was watching, which most cats do. But Bernie was something else, though. I mean, he was something else. He had a way of delivering and presenting, and left no doubts about what he was about. I used to enjoy his show with the no audience, but the no laugh track, but you got the storyline of what he was doing. He meant business, and I applaud what he was saying. He always knew he was a black man in a field where he wanted to represent. He didn't want to be seen as no clown. He didn't want to be seen as no joke. He wanted to get his message front and center, and he wanted to put it in a context where, um, that everything was stabilized and done in a way where it was going to make a difference. It was definitely going to be something that leave a lasting impact and impression. So, he embodied that, and that's one of the things about him that I always admired and enjoyed about what he was. Um, if you know anything about show business, it's a tough line of work. And he talked about playing any kind of dive, anything to make a couple dollars when he was a newlywed and a young daughter at the time, and what he had to do. But he wanted to get his hustle on. He worked day job and then perform at night, and then he got his everything got tight, and then he got opportunities, and then he made the most of it. And that's the key to it, you know. Um, he truly was one of those guys that you had to applaud, and he really just had a way about him, very meticulous but on spot, and how he put and said what he did and the things and so on and so forth. So um I always, and I applaud that about him because he didn't put himself in a bad light. you know he didn't put himself in a bad light. He did roles, and he made characters come to light, but he didn't embarrass himself, and that was the key. He always had a way of doing what he had to do, and he always kept it a certain way, and it made sense. Some people, they go out of their way to you know to overdo this and overdo that. He didn't overdo anything. He was a real one about where he came across and what he was about and his demeanor and so on and so forth. So had to appreciate that and what he represented. And I definitely applaud that quote, which is true. Because just because you funny doesn't mean you have to be a buffoon. It doesn't mean you have to, cheapen your value. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for nothing. Share it if you like. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.